Hello, welcome back. The holiday seasons are upon us, and if you're anything like me, your love language is gift giving, so you probably thrive during this season. If you're struggling to come up with ideas for a fellow book lover in your life, I have compiled quite the list for you today to help you out. For some gifts that would definitely be a hit with your bookish friend, or honestly, just for yourself if you're looking for some ideas for you on what to ask. I've kind of divided this list into separate categories to help you out in like what kind of avenue you'd like to take with your gifts. I would say that this list is pretty diverse in terms of budget. So whether you only have $5 to spend on somebody or more, I know for a fact that you will find something that is both a great gift but also affordable, or not so affordable if you're looking to spend more money on somebody, or again, yourself. So the first category of gifts that I have are personalized gifts. And these, I would say that out of all the gifts on this list, I would really recommend going out of your way to get these first, because a lot of these are from small businesses on Etsy. And if you are familiar with Etsy, you know that it takes forever to ship unless you pay for like expedited shipping, but we're already spending a lot of money here, so don't do that. Try your best to get them pretty much now so that you can have them in time for Christmas. The first personalized gift is a book sleeve for your on-the-go readers who are constantly shoving their books in their backpacks or their purses, and like we've all known because we've all been there, they all, you bring them out and they all have like bent pages, or God forbid you had a drink in there and then it probably slipped through the book, so now you have a soggy, bent, half broken, eaten looking book. A book sleeve is amazing for that. They come in such a variety of styles and colors. Some of them close all the way. Others are like kind of like a button that you button down. You can get one for your romance reader who usually goes for paperbacks, or your super fantasy heavy friend who is always carrying around an 800 book page. So the next gift on the list is a book embossomer. I think I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. But this is something that I'm actually gonna get for myself this year because I just think it's really cool. This is for anyone who is building up a library or has a lot of physical copies of their books. You can get either a stamp or you can get an actual press embossomer. Either one, I think it's perfectly fine, but it's super easily customizable. Many shops and Etsy do this. They would put either their name or from the library of so-and-so, or this belongs to so-and-so. It's really cool. You can basically just make sure that people know your books are yours. I am definitely getting one of these for myself this year. A next gift could be personalized bookmarks. I know that gifting someone bookmarks in and of itself, it's kind of like, might not seem like a wow gift, but you can find a bookmark for pretty much anything, and you can have them customized to say like a quote from their favorite book, or even have fan art from their favorite book, or just whatever you want to put on it from their favorite book. I have seen so many like really funny ones, other ones that are like super creative too. So yeah, a bookmark, you can never go wrong, and you know that as a reader you can never really have too many. So on the same vein, you can get somebody a tote bag, which again is something that a reader cannot have enough of. I know I definitely have too many, but maybe step it up a little bit and get them a customized tote bag. It can again have a quote from their favorite book, fan art on them. You can get them one that has their name on them. You can also, there's a real wide range of tote bags out there. You can get them like just really standard basic ones. You just put your books and you go. Or you can also get them kind of fancier ones that have pockets. Some of them are like thicker too, just like better quality or material, or so that they can use them as like an actual bag other than just a tote bag for just books. You can find some really cute ones on Etsy or Amazon. Those are like the two places that I've seen some real good ones. Next is bookish candles, and I love this idea because I love candles myself. And you can get candles that, again, personalized to their favorite books. You can put a quote on them. The really cool thing about bookish candles is that you can either get a candle that, it's like personalized to their favorite book or whatever, but there's also candles that claim to be scents of like actual scenes from a book, or kind of claim to have a scent that will remind you of said book. I don't really know how they do this. I don't really know how accurate these are because I have never gotten one myself, but I know I've seen some that are like, I've seen a lot of Valeris candles. Apparently it smells like what you think Valeris would smell like. Not really sure how that works, but cool gift anyway. So, a gift idea that I think would be really cute is a date with a book. If you know someone really personally and you know what kind of books they like to read, you can get them a book in the genre that they love the most and like wrap it up and write some things on the front, just to kind of give them clues on what the book is about. They could just kind of have that anticipation of opening it and finding out what you got them. I've seen a lot of bookshops do this and it's super, super cute, and the reader in your life will really appreciate it. Another one that's in the same vein of more like home decor, you can get so much bookish wall art or prints from either Etsy, or I'm sure many other places on the internet, but Etsy has some really, really, really nice ones. You can, again, find it for whatever book the person that you're gifting it for or for yourself, and they're really, really cute. They come in so many different sizes. You can get like really aesthetic ones too, which would be really nice. So yeah. Now, out of all the ideas on here, this is by far my favorite one, and the one that I would appreciate so much if someone else did this for me. Reading and annotating your person's favorite book. Oh my God, I would die. I think this is so cute and so personal, and to know that someone that I care about or cares about me took the time to read a book that I really love, and then they put their thoughts on it. And if it's my favorite book, I'm bound to reread it multiple times. So now when I go back to read it, I can not only hear my thoughts, but like also see someone else's thoughts on it. And if you're both readers like that and you both like books like that, it could be kind of like a traveling sisterhood of the books, where you read it, you annotate it, and you give it to the person, and then they like annotate on top of your annotations and put their notes on them, and then you can see like, it's kind of like a conversation but through a book. So cute. Yes. And lastly, on the personalized category, you can get someone any type of merch related to books that they like. So t-shirts, crew necks, I'm sure they make sweaters, but just any kind of clothing. I'm sure you could probably find socks. If this is like a girl or someone with long hair that you're gifting to, there's scrunchies or hair bands that have bookish things on them, which I think are really cute too and will make a really good gift. Now on to more practical slash like more useful types of gifts. First one is a reading journal. There are so many out there that you can find that have different structures, different things that they include on them. If you know the person that you're gifting the reading journal is like they like to journal already, then you can get them ones that are like super detailed, where you have to like really be creative and like maybe even draw and fill things in. Or there are other ones that are more for organizational purposes, and you can get them ones where like, you know, it's very like structured in the way that's more not professional, but not as artsy and creative. So you can really find both. There's a really big booktube creator here on YouTube. Her name is A Clockwork Reader, and she has her own reading journal that I actually own myself. I think it's like a really good balance of like, it's artsy, but it's also very organized and creative. I would really recommend that one. There's so many on Etsy too, and on Amazon as well. There's a lot too, but yeah, a reading journal is always a hit. If you have a reader in your life that loves to annotate and physically participate as they're reading, you can get them the holy trinity of no bleed through highlighters. That way they don't have to worry about, you know, their pages bleeding through or sticking together because of highlighting. You can get them clear sticky notes. I personally prefer these over regular sticky notes. I don't necessarily want to remove the sticky note so that I can see what I wrote it over. With a clear sticky note, you can just literally write like right next to the line and not on the actual book. It's so nice and will make such a good gift. Last thing in the holy trinity of annotating are really nice pens. Again, make sure that they're not bleed through pens. You don't want anyone worrying about their books getting damaged, but yeah, it's just a really nice set of different color pens so they can choose when, you know, what color matches the book that they're annotating. Another really practical gift is a subscription to a book box. You have so many to choose from, so it really does not matter what genre the person that you're gifting to reads. And some of them come with more than just books. Some of them bring like little things of merch or figurines or stickers or like mugs. This one is the definition of the gift that keeps on giving. You don't even have to do it for forever. You can just get them just like an annual subscription, you know, for a couple months, but it would make a really, really good gift. Now this one is getting more into kind of the expensive side, but depending on what your budget is, you could also get them a reading chair. I know that really, really comfy and cute bean bags are like a go-to for reading chairs. There's also, I'm not sure if this is what they're called, but I'll put up a picture somewhere, but they're called, I think it's papasan chairs, but they're really, really popular. I want one so bad. They're really, really popular. They're super cute. Now the easiest one here, if you have a reader in your life, they have a lot of books laying around, they're kind of running out of space, get them a bookshelf. No-brainer one. Get them a bookshelf. You can get little ones at the thrift store or Amazon. You can get them a Billy bookshelf from Amazon. It's the best time now to get a good deal on a bookshelf. I think a solid, safe color would probably be the white ones. I personally have the Billy bookshelf in birch, but you know, usually people go for the white one. So if you wanna keep it a surprise for them, I think white is like a pretty standard color. And if you really wanna go above and beyond, I think it'd be really cute if you were to build it yourself. For this one, I think you should really know who you're gifting to, because not everybody would necessarily want this, and that is an e-reader of any kind. It could be a Kindle, it could be whatever other kinds of e-readers are out there. But again, be warned that a lot of people tend to be very specific with how they like to read. Some people are exclusive physical copies of a book. Some people are exclusive, I read on my phone. Some people are exclusive, I like to read on my Kindle or my iPad or whatever. If you know what type of reader they are and that they would actually appreciate this gift, an e-reader, great gift. If they already have a Kindle or an e-reader, next few step that you can do is to get them a personalized case for their Kindle or their e-reader. There are some that look like vintage old books, and I think they look so good. If I had a Kindle, it's absolutely the type of case that I would go for. So another practical gift could be a reading light. You have options with this one because there's actually a lot of different types of reading lights. There are some that you clip to the book and then they kind of like hover over so that you can read it. There's also some that I think they're LED and they're more like this long strip that illuminate the entire page at the same time. I don't know how practical this one is because every time you flip, you'd have to like lift it up and put it on the next page. I don't know. For someone that has the bookshelves or loves to have books on display, you can get them nice customizable bookends or just regular bookends. Depending on the aesthetic of their room or their apartment or their house, you can really get them something that fits kind of like their vibe. And there's many bookends to choose from, but it will make a really good gift. This one, it's nothing new. We all know about this, but I recently got one and I swear it has changed my life. And that is a Snuggie. I think it's what they're called. But it's basically a blanket that you can put your arms through that has sleeves. Changed my life. But you know, like when you're reading, especially if it's like a physical copy of a book where you can't like necessarily cover yourself with a blanket in the book because that would be really uncomfortable, you can just put your arms through the sleeves of the blanket and that way you can read while you're cold. You know, your arms can be out as you're reading. Genius. Please, please, I'm begging you, get this for your book friend. They will love you. I would love you if you got this for me. If you know someone that likes to take a bath and read and relax, you can get them a bath tray. That way they can put their books, maybe a candle, maybe a snack. A little bit more creative types of gifts. These are ones that may or may not be a little bit more crafty and might require a little bit more physical labor from you to put together to be able to give someone, but are super great because they're very personal and they can show that you really put a lot of thought and love into this gift for someone. First one being what I think is one of the best ones on this list, and it's a book box. You basically put together a cute box or a basket filled with books that you know the other person would like. It could either be their favorite genre, or you could mix it up and put some new things in there that you think they might like. You can even take this to the other level and kind of combined the blind date with a book with a book box and wrap all of the books, make them look really cute, write a note of what they could be about on the front. Your reader person would love you. Kind of similar to a book box, but not really. Could also be a book advent calendar. Now, this is one that you can also get really, really creative with, because you can either do, well, first of all, you can either do 12 days, or depending on how ambitious and how much you love this person, you can do all 30 days of December, or you can do just like a week or so. But you can also switch it up, and maybe instead of putting a book in every single day, you can also put bookish things. So maybe, you know, one day might be a book, and then another day is a bookish candle, and then another day is a book sleeve, and then another day is a reading lay, and then another day is another book. You know, this one is really the gift that can combine everything that I've said on this list, and it would be so, so good. Definitely think might be the one that would take you the longest, just because setting up an advent calendar in and of itself, it's already time consuming, and setting up an advent calendar with this amount of different things, I can only imagine how long it would take. But I would be so incredibly appreciative of this if someone gave it to me. Now, another one that can be really cute, but I know that this one can also get quite expensive, is a book nuke. People are so incredibly creative with the ones that you can find online. It could be for any book, for any world that you can think of. And the good thing about book nooks is that you not only get the book nook itself, but you also get the experience of setting it up, because they come disassembled and you're the one that has to assemble it yourself. It's like putting the best bookish puzzles together. I mean, it would be great. They also look amazing on a bookshelf. The last thing that I have for you today as a potential gift for the reader in your life is a special edition of their book. This is also something that can get really, really pricey depending on the book or the series that you're getting the special edition for. I promise you, this is one of the things that your bookish friend or person has been wanting for a very long time. If there's one thing that us readers love, is spending money on multiple copies of the same book, particularly special or limited edition. So this would be one that would be greatly, greatly appreciated by your bookish friend. And those are all my ideas for potential gifts this holiday season that you can give that special reading someone in your life. I hope all of you watching have a wonderful holiday season. I hope that I helped you, or maybe nudged you in the right direction on what to get that special reader in your life, or yourself. If you've been looking for some ideas on what to put down on your Christmas list, I think there's some really, really good ones on this one. My name is Gigi. Thank you so much for watching.